Hi folks, welcome back to the shop. Today I want to talk about this Milwaukee Packout compact toolbox. You'll see here that the part number is 48228422. They call it a compact toolbox. You can see it's IP65 rated. Now, I have not really been big into Packout. I've had the Milwaukee ratchet set in the Packout container. I bought one of their compact parts organizers before, but never really used it. But I started to think that maybe this Packout toolbox, this compact toolbox, which also looks sort of like an ammo box, and some people call it that because it sort of has this lead that hinges on the end rather than the side, makes the lid long. It looks like an oversized ammo box. Anyone who's used an ammo box knows how handy those can be for storage. And I got to thinking, I got a gift card recently and I used the gift card to purchase this. And I got to thinking that maybe this toolbox has a bunch of unrecognized potential. So I want to talk about that today. When you get it, you open it up. Of course, it has a tool tray inside. And if you don't know, Milwaukee makes, toolboxes that are twice this size. And the lid opens in the back, not on the end like this lid does. And of course they're big and made for big tools. So this is basically what they call the compact toolbox. It's like half the size of those, right? And of course it comes with a tool tray, standard toolbox tool tray inside. And we can look at that real quick. You can see the bins in there. And it's got sort of a half handle here on one side you can get a hold of. Nice tray. You have that, and of course it comes with dividers. Okay, these are red. They're not black like the dividers are in their 3-drawer organizer. And of course, this is what it looks like in the bottom there. There's your sort of storage. Now, I got to thinking, well, how would you use this toolbox? What are the options? Well, obviously, you can put these dividers in, and that's a nice option. The dividers are, it's got a step side here, and this divider, that goes to the front. So we just pop this divider in. You can see a nice heavy divider. Again, it's heavier. It's got ridges here in the center. It's really heavier than the one they put in their drawer Packout. And then they have these side dividers. You can break it up into 6 compartments and pop that right in, and that really, makes it sturdy on the inside of this box, if you can see that there, right? So you could have half storage, set this up however you want. Only you can have just one of these. You don't have to have something on the other side because the center part's stable. So, you could have, a tool over here and divide it up however you want. So there's that approach. So you can use the dividers, you can use it with the tray, or you can take the tray out so that you can put things in here that are taller. So that's a couple options right there. Use the dividers. Now, initially, I was thinking I'd use this for bulk storage and bigger items, right? So that's another option. So, I've got the compact tool pouch. I can drop that in here, put it on its side, right? I've got a topped-on jump pack or jump starter. I can put that in here. Got this label maker, and then I can take this parts tray and put it in here. They're too tall right now, but I can turn this label maker and I can put this parts tray in there and run the box like this. So you could use it for bulk storage of items, and in this configuration with the tray, or you could take the tray out and have bulk storage that comes up higher into the toolbox. And that's really kind of a common way that I've seen this toolbox used. So that's a couple options you have right there, right? And I've seen people do different things with regard to putting items in here. But I got to thinking maybe there were some other options with this toolbox. What else could you do with it? I liked its compact size, even if I were using it in that format to put those items I just had in there. The problem for me with a lot of Milwaukee Packout toolboxes is that it's just that, it's a toolbox. It's nice they give you dividers in this particular box because a lot of the big ones don't. A lot of the big toolboxes have the tray at the top. They'll give you this tray or a half tray, and there's no dividers at all. That's pretty much all you get, and you've got to figure it out. It's nice they give you dividers in this case. And by the way, the only reason I noticed this was because, or one of the reasons, was Ohio Power Tool put a video out like a year ago where they talked about ranking some of the best Packout items on ohiopowertool.com, and this was ranked number 1, and that kind of caught my attention. I was wondering why people, rank the compact toolbox number 1. One of the reasons I'm not crazy about some of those Packout toolboxes is that typically, I'm used to using a Vito Pro Pack. And Vito introduced the idea of vertical tool storage. Now, it existed before Vito. You had bucket bosses that had vertical tool storage, and you had, CLC bags. I've been one of those. I still have it for vertical tool storage. But that's really the way to go if you're working on site, where, even in transit, you want to have vertical tool storage. And that's why our Vito shines. That's why so many people really like, Vito Pro Pack. So I got to thinking that, and by the way, this does have a nice handle that's integrated here that you can put down to the side, right? Kind of locks into place. By the way, when I looked at this in the store, one of you always got to check these out. Anything you're buying in the hardware store. So I bought this, and one in the store just freely moved right here. It didn't have this indentation right here, didn't lock. So that was damaged. And another one had a big box cutter mark on the side where somebody opened the packaging. So you always want to look at what you're buying at the hardware store. But I got to thinking, you know what? You take this guy, and if it's missing vertical tool storage, what if we add vertical tool storage? What if we just take a tool pouch? All right. Now I've got a Vito Pro Pack TP3B right here, right? Tool pouch. And I just drop it in this box. Well, now I have structured vertical tool storage in this box. And what else can we do? I could take an impact and I could stand that up down here. I could take a hole saw kit, you know, drop it down in here, make room for it here, but drop the hole saw kit in here. So now in another tool pouch, by the way, it doesn't have to be a Vito tool pouch. I just have that here, and, you know, get another tool pouch and put it here and get more structured storage. But now you have a way to close the box. You can carry all these tools with you. You have the benefit of Vito vertical tool storage, but also in this toolbox with a handle. So you can decide to sort of, you know, grab this handle and take everything with you. Okay. Which, by the way, is, you know, waterproof and sealed. You know, these Milwaukee Packouts have nice gaskets on them. Right around here, they have a nice gasket seal around the lead. And, you know, the great thing about this is, let's say you don't want to take all your tools, right? You don't want to take this whole box. Well, you can just grab your pouch, whatever tool pouch you're using, lift it out here, take the pouch, leave the box on your truck or van. Now you got your pouch. You can just use what you need for whatever job you're working on, or just grab a handful of tools. Or if you're working something bigger and you're like, oh no, I want all the tools. I want my impact. You know, I want my drill, you know, bits, whatever you want to put in here, or whatever's in your other pouch, bigger tools. You know, you can bring those items. Another thing that's nice about this, and notice, of course, the tray's not in this scenario, but you can put bigger tools in here, right? So I got a pair of Knipex. These are the 300 millimeter Cobra pliers. I can put them in here provided I angle them, right? The lid will still close. All right, so that's a 12-inch pair of pliers. Or I can take a pair of Channel Lock 440s. They will also fit, another 12-inch pair of pliers. Fit in there, you can close the lid just fine. So it accommodates these taller tools as well, which sometimes, you know, these 12-inch tools can be a challenge for a lot of tool bags. That's what I really wanted to talk about today. I wanted to introduce this idea. I wanted to get some feedback. To me, if you can put the pouches in here and get some vertical tool storage in this box, and the benefit of that and, you know, bulk tool storage that you get in a toolbox like this impact we have in here, I think that really makes this box shine. Plus it's still compact, you know, relatively compact, relatively light weight as well. Now it's got a 75-pound rated capacity from Milwaukee. And another benefit about this, you know, if you're going to use this as your toolbox, is that you can take one of their parts organizers, like this guy right here, okay, and you could, you know, pop this guy on top, locks right into place, right? You get that benefit of Packout with Packout cleats, okay? Now, you can't get the handle here when it's in this configuration. Well, that's easily solved. You know, you take your parts organizer, put it underneath the Packout. So if you put that underneath the Packout, you lock it in. Now when I grab the handle, I got the parts organizer with me. It's on the bottom of the Packout. You know, you want it off of there, you just lift your Packout up, flip this button right here in the bottom. It's for the release mechanism. Take it off, put it up top. And if you have your parts organizer on top, another great benefit of Packout I'm learning is that you can still get access to the box, right? I can tip this box back. It can still support that small parts organizer on the back there. I can bring it back down. Still works, okay? Now, I'm going to have a link to this in the description of this video. I'd like to get your feedback on it. What do you think of this idea? Have you tried this compact toolbox? Like I said, it was #1 at Ohio Power Tool, and you know, that tells me people like it and they're using it. I could see, for me, it was just for general storage, like I showed there with my jump starter and items. That's what I had in mind. But then, you know, when I got to thinking about all the options you have with this, you know, another thing people don't think about, and I've learned this with Vito Pro Pack, I've taken tools and hung them on the wall or put them in a tool drawer at home or in the shop, and I've noticed that, you know, they corrode. And I really didn't dial into that because for so many years I had a CLC bag and a Vito bag where you zip the bag up, and I had tools that wouldn't corrode. I take those tools out of the bag, hang them on the wall, put them in the shop, put them in a drawer, and notice all of a sudden they're corroding. I was like, why is that happening? And it has to do with the exposure to humidity and the elements and the temperature changes. And when you put tools in a closed case, they corrode a lot less. okay? And obviously if they tip over, they don't dump out in your van or truck. It certainly is proven, at least for me, in the humidity levels I have, to reduce corrosion. No two ways about it. That's another thing that's great about this. You can have a pouch like this and get the benefits of an open top bag, like this Vito tool pouch, and you get the benefits of being able to close the box. It's weatherproof. It's going to keep your tools out of the rain. It's going to reduce the amount of humidity and moisture they're exposed to. Anyway, wanted to show that today. This Milwaukee Packout compact tool box, or some people call it the ammo box. To me, it's super handy. Nice form factor, I think, to accommodate lots of different things you might want to do with it. So it's really up to you how you want to set it up. And like I said, you got 3 basic ways there. Use the dividers, do some bulk storage, use the tray or don't use the tray, or give it some structure with the tool pouch. You can drop into your local hardware store and get some inexpensive tool pouches and line this up and have all the tools and vertical tool storage in the box, or just grab what you need. With that said, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All those actions help me to continue to bring this content to you on this channel. With that said, I'll see you in the next video.